Freedom and beauty to everyone. I am the Technomage and welcome back to Manganime News. So, finally back with my weekly schedule for these videos. I begin as always with the weekly Shonen Jump issue number 24, table of contents courtesy of Shonen Jump News Unofficial. Remember to follow them on Twitter. So, this week, this Sunday, we will have the start of a new serialization, the fourth of the four new series of the weekly Shonen Jump, Noe Diviner, or I want to talk about this one a little bit in a little. No, you know what? I'm going to do it now. So, Noe Diviner is the work of author Kawai Kota, who last year on issue number 15 published a one-shot named Nuenchi, an exorcism action work which is the basis of the new series Nue no Onmyoji or Nue Diviner as it was translated. So, a exorcism action work which seems to indicate that Nue Diviner is going to be, of the four new series, the one that will have fights with superpowers, because Do Retry is about boxing. Kill Blue, it has a mid-40s hitman turned into a teenager with assassination techniques and all that, but that is still a little bit more grounded. And Tenmaku Cinema, it has its supernatural elements, but it doesn't seem it will have the kind of fights that you expect on a shonen manga. Now, speaking of which, last Sunday we had the first chapter of Do Retry, which was amazing. That first chapter was brilliant. I'm expecting a lot from this series. I hope that chapter 2 this Sunday is going to be as equally good as the first one. Now, on the other hand, on the Danger Zone, Fabricant 100 is at the bottom. I think Fabricant 100 is going to leave us really soon. We already lost Tokyo Demon Bright Story and Ginka and Ryuna, and recently Ishigoki's Under Control was also cancelled to make room for the new batch of series. Cypher Academy is doing alright for now. And Ichinoseki, I'm not worried about Ichinoseki. Ichinoseki is going to survive. Now, last week I talked about the Oregon ranking, and I just until the third week of April. Now, fourth and final week of April, no one ranked. Wow, this is bad, really, really bad. I mean, in previous weekly Oregon rankings, I've talked about at least the first 3 or 4 titles managed to rank until the last month. Until the last week. But this time, not even the one in first place, Sakamoto Days Volume 11, it's not ranking, which is bad. I mean, again, in previous weekly Oricon rankings, by the end of the month, the volume in first place reaches 500,000 copies, 400,000, 300,000 maybe. Now, Sakamoto Days only sold a little over 100,000 copies, and Mashle with second place with volume 16, little over 80,000 copies. And these are only estimations made by according to the Shoseki ranking, which is another ranking Weekly Shonen Jump News Unofficial talks about in their Twitter feed. Now, to remind you, Oricon is a ranking only about physical sales, about printed recopilatory volumes, whereas the Shoseki ranking is a daily, weekly, and monthly ranking of all sales combined, including digital. So what happened last month with the Shonen Jump with Shueshia? I mean, this performance is appalling. Now, speaking of the Shoseki, last week I talked about the first 2 days of the Shoseki, which left us with Tokyo Demon Pride story going from uh, place number 65, the 65th place, to 167. And Cypher Academy went from 21 to 21st to 45th. And in the third day of Shoseki that Shonen Jump News tracks, Cypher Academy managed to remain in the top 50, and Tokyo Demon Pride story dropped again out into place 185th, which is low. This is why Tokyo Demon Pride story was cancelled so early on, because it just didn't sold. I mean, even its final volume, third volume, is selling very little, so which means what few fans this series had in Japan already bought all three volumes. P6, which, if I remember correctly, it was cancelled already. Yes, it's no longer here. P6 went from 16 to 32 to it maintained in 32. And the other two, Blue Box and Under the Lock, maintain very good performance. I mean, Blue Box maintained first place throughout these 3 days, which is incredible. Congratulations to Blue Box. But anyway, what I want to take out of this ranking is that this, as I said many times before, if a series doesn't sell, it will just get cancelled. Just like that. Shueshia is really cutthroat in that regard. But at least Cypher Academy maybe will survive longer than just 3 volumes, because it managed to stay in the top 50, which I think it's wonderful. I want Cypher Academy to last a long while. Now, to finish this video is going to be very short. Ochinoko by Akasaka and Yokoyari Mengo has reached 7 million copies in circulation with 11 volumes. Wow! 11 volumes and 7 million copies in circulation. Now, I want to go here to the comments. One said Spy Family was 30 million and Attack on Titan was 25 million with the same amount of volumes. And another user comments, I remember The Promised Neverland got to 7 million with 11 volumes right before the anime started airing. So they're comparing them with other modern classics, which I think is unfair. I mean, Spy Family was a absolute and instant hit. The same with The Promised Neverland and Attack on Titan. Yes, of course, the anime adaptation has helped with this record for Oshinoko, but then again, the same can be said about these other 3 series. Still, this doesn't diminish this accomplishment for Oshinoko, and it's to authors, so congratulations to them. And as I said, this was going to be a short video. I'm going to leave it here. There's not much more to talk about, and my anime list is under an emergency maintenance, so yes, I can talk about other anime series or manga series. So anyway, this is the Technomage signing off. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.